Hey, everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My guest has got a brand new single called Thank God It's Friday, and it's kind of got an interesting story to it, a little bit of a twist in there, and we're going to tell you about that tonight, and he's got some other great things going on in his career. It's a pleasure to welcome Robby Johnson to My Kind of Country. Robby, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much, Scott. Thanks for having me on your show.
Well, it's an honor to have you. I appreciate you taking the time. And before we get into your new single, give me a little bit of your background. How'd you get into the wonderful world of country music?
Oh, it's a long story, but to make it short, I had a life before, being an artist. I was a sales rep on the road. I've had so many different jobs, and I wasn't thinking of being an artist or a singer, songwriter, and but I would, sing around in the house, in the shower, and people, particularly my girlfriend back then, she's not my wife, she would hear me sing these original songs that I would write, and she's like, you got to hear yourself sing. So one Christmas, she passed the hat in the family, and they gave me a demo session in a studio to cut one of my songs.
Oh, wow,
and
cool.
That's how it all started. I was like, I'm never going to be an artist, and back then I thought it was, the worst Christmas gift ever, but I guess I needed that little push to get in the studio and live the experience and realize that maybe I can bring something.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So one of those 10-year overnight success type things, right?
It's kind of crazy, yeah.
Oh, that's fabulous, man. And you've been on some great TV shows, and I had read that you were on the Letterman show. Tell me about that.
Well, I still can't believe it, because I would watch, The Late Show, never even thinking I could be in the audience of that show. And here I was, behind those long black curtains in the Ed Sullivan Theater, and then you have David Letterman presenting you. It's surreal. It's an I had kind of an out of body experience. I still can't believe it. It was really fun, and I played with the CBS orchestra, so that was really cool to do that. I brought in some players, but still, I played with Schaefer and his cast, and it was so much fun.
Wow, that's really cool. So your first album, I was also reading, was produced by James Stroud, who a fabulous producer.
Yeah.
And done so many great things, and you had some songwriters on there, Vince Gill, and some other great songwriters, and that got a lot of attention for you.
Yes, that was incredible. Vince Gill, he wasn't a songwriter, but what he did, he saved one of the songs on the album where I Ain't the Guy. That's the song he played. An amazing, epic electric guitar solo. And it was funny. We were in studio, with James and Julian King. We were mixing the track, and the song wasn't going anywhere. It was like, oh my God, this isn't working. I don't know. We couldn't figure it out. And then I look at James, and I knew he was good friends with him, with Vince. So I asked him, do you think he could play a solo? Maybe that could help the song. And he said, yeah, let's try this. So Vince Gill plays solo, and he was, he wasn't attached to it. He wasn't in the process. So he had fresh ears, and he just let the song, what the song wanted to be. And when we got it back, it was like a eureka moment. It's like, oh, that's what the song wants to be. So we did some overdubs with Brent Mason to, mimic what Vince was going for, and he saved the song, or it would not have been on the album. And that was really cool. And other cool thing is when Brent Mason heard the guitar solo, instantly he knew it was Vince Gill. So,
oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
That's some heavy hitters right there for sure. That's awesome. Well, you've got a new single that's just being released. It's called "Thank God It's Friday," and it's kind of there's kind of a twist to it. I'll let you tell everybody about it. But who wrote the song, and tell me about the single?
All right. So the way I write, I wrote this one, and the way I sit down with my guitar and I fool around with chord progression. And this one I was fooling around on the piano. And it starts off, I spent the whole week thinking about you. Like, oh, wow, this is a love song. And I don't argue with what I come up with. I just let it out. That's why oftentimes I feel like I don't really write the songs. I just find them. They exist already.
Yeah.
So I'm writing this, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. What a beautiful love song. And nuances in your blonde, make my knees weak when you go down. Like, wait a minute, what's happening here? And then later on, it's just to discover that it's my love for beer on Friday night, where you can have more than one. And you got to pay attention first time you hear it. That little twist, and I can't wait to lay my hands on you. But I'm sorry, babe, I ain't talking to you. So it's a fun song, and I love country music because you can have those deep down inside, those very deep cuts, and you can have songs that talk about beer and your love for beer, because country music is about everyday life, and it happens that people love drinking beer. A lot of people love drinking beer, so that's what I love about country music.
Well, there you go. That's perfect. Yeah, it's a fun. I love songs that you have a kind of a play on words, and it kind of comes out something different than what you had originally thought. I love stuff like that. So this is right. This is perfect. That's for sure. And folks, you can go to robby-johnson.com. It's Robby's website, and the single is called "Thank God It's Friday." We're going to play that for you tonight. And his previous single was "The Road I'm On," and then you had a Christmas song too. I want to talk about that for a second. It's called "Oh Santa Please." Tell me the story of that.
Oh, talking about a song that I found, and I don't feel like I wrote it. That's a totally it, because it came to me in two separate dreams. I woke up one morning. I wasn't planning on writing a Christmas song. I just woke up with the first line of the song and the melody in my head. I'm like, wow, this was in October. Usually you cut those in July, August. So I was way past the deadline for Christmas music, and in the studio, for tracking. But I'm like, wow, this is a Christmas song, and I was really digging it. So I write it, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to make this a love song, kissing under the mistletoe, in the chorus and everything. So I write the first verse, a chorus, the second verse, and it's working. I call my buddy Danny Rader. He's an amazing player. He plays every instrument. He's so talented. He's touring with Kenny Chesney. He's going to be playing with him in the Sphere in Vegas. But the guy's insane. And so I just call him up, and we get together. We lay down a track. And on my way back home with the track, I was singing along, and I sing the first verse. Wow, hey, this is good. This is good. Then I get to the chorus, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this ain't working. It falls flat, and it just felt like an okay song. It didn't feel, because sometimes you hear a song and it feels like it's meant to be, and I wasn't getting that feeling. I was like, this isn't bringing anything to the world, and I don't know. I just wrote an okay song, so I got home. I was upset, and my wife was like, "Hey, how'd it go?" I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, what do you mean, okay? You were stoked. You were excited about the song and everything, and it was going to be huge. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I don't know. It's just okay. So I went to bed really upset, and I woke up the next morning singing the new hook, the new chorus to the song. And what's crazy is that from the get-go, it wanted to be about Santa. Because now, I was trying to make it, kissing under the mistletoe love story, but it wasn't working. And when I changed that for Santa, the song being about Santa, now the first verse and the second verse made so much more sense. And I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. This song existed. I just found it. So that was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Well, again, folks, you can go to Robby's website and check out these songs, robby-johnson.com, and we'll put that information in our Facebook page for My Kind of Country. And, of course, you can download this brand new song, Thank God It's Friday, and we're going to play that for you tonight. And check out Robby's YouTube channel. You've got a lot of views, over 10 million views on that thing. So check that out. That's awesome.
Yeah, I try to put out some cool music videos the best I can, and some of them go viral, some don't. I mean, you never know. You just release it and hope for the best that people connect with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, that's why we do this.
You bet, that's for sure. Robby, have you got some dates that you're playing out at all?
I'll be playing at a showcase at CRS later, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And I can't wait to get on a tour and creating those moments with the fans, because you talk about Late Show. I've opened for Keith Urban. Walked the red carpet at the CMA Awards, and that was all cool. But I got to say, the highlight, the greatest moments in my career is when I perform live and I'm in the moment with the band and the crowd, and we know together we're creating something special. That's the best feeling in the world.
I bet that's what it's all about. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, great song. Thank you so much for taking time to be on the show. We're going to play Thank God It's Friday for our beer-loving listeners out there right now. Robby, thanks so much for taking time to be on My Kind of Country.
All righty. And pay attention to that bridge. It's really funny. Thank you so much, Scott.
All right. Here's Robby Johnson as we continue with My Kind of Country. And thank God it's Friday.
Spend the whole week thinking about you and all the little things only you can do, all the nuances in your belong. Make my knees weak when you go down. Now I can't wait to lay my hands on you. I'm sorry, babe, I ain't talking to you. Thank God it's a Friday night, and I'm gonna let it go down my way tonight. You know it's my day for pouring down and drinking down this work week away. Thank God it's a Friday night. She'll be wanting a night on the town, so I'ma shuffle and spin her around. I'll pretend that I'm friends with her friend and honor that ring on my hand. But then I'll step away and sit at the bar, so I'ma catch a buzz and rise to the stars. Thank God it's a Friday night, and I'm gonna let it go down my way tonight. You know it's my day for pouring down and drinking down this work week away. Thank God it's a Friday night. And then we'll head home and love's all we'll do. We'll go to heaven with a little help from you. Thank God it's Friday night, and I'm gonna let it go down my